So I was casually browsing YouTube after procrastinating doing my assignments. I stumbled across a certain critique video of Overwatch. Well, usually I'd skip over these because, you know, I'm not a loser, but something else told me to watch it. Maybe it was the anime persona, or like the very poorly made AI thumbnail, but whatever it was strong enough to make me watch the whole thing. And oh boy is it a mess. Heads up, don't go sending hate to this guy or anything else, like, use that energy to do something productive with your life. This video is only made for entertainment purposes only, no hate to the guy, he's probably a very good person IRL. I don't know. And also, this isn't my usual style of content. I make yap videos and stream the game, so if that's what you're into, consider subscribing. We're almost beat Markiplier, so every bit helps. With that said, let's get right into it.
It just felt like, oh, here's a corporate game right here that wants to drain you of your every single cent that you pour into this game. I mean, you got like battle passes now, you got mythic skins that are just absolutely terribly priced. It would take you forever to unlock those skins if you even tried to, unlock them basically. Not to mention too, if I remember correctly, I don't think you get to keep the battle pass, so you have to spend there like hours upon hours just to grind and to unlock skins that you want. You know, it was just like, this wasn't fun. This like, you took all the fun out of Overwatch and somehow managed to make me Garaa0fTheRage to want to have fucking loot boxes back in your game.
Okay, so at this point, I thought, okay, this guy does make some pretty good point, like the bullshit battle pass system, removing loot boxes for some reason, and paid heroes. But then he says this.
It took them almost 4 fucking years to finally give their community what they wanted. Like, I don't know, maybe new heroes and new fucking maps?
Dude, you know Overwatch has been dropping new maps and heroes left and right. And I started watching more, and it became clear to me, this guy genuinely has no clue what he's talking about.
Overwatch was trying to come into Marvel Rivals and start demanding that the developers change the formula from 6v6 to 5v5. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, you guys are invading our community to change a game that doesn't vibe with that type of... It was absolutely infuriating. And that's why I started to fuck with the Overwatch community. Because let's be honest, those fuckers are completely unstable.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop the video here again. Literally nobody says this. If you maybe some screenshots of this happening, I believe you, but it's unanimously agreed that 6v6 is the superior game mode. But if you did make a point about Overwatch players saying that they need role queue in the game, then I'd have to agree. But you didn't, because you have no clue what you're talking about.
See, I saw a rando show off the new tank on Overwatch. I was like, okay, she's pretty cool. But then I went to the official Overwatch channel, and I heard the lore on this person.
From a young age, Domina worked hard to fulfill her family's expectations, and it all paid off in the end. Pressure makes a diamond after all, and Domina truly looks flawless, bringing style and grace to the battlefield.
Domina is Overwatch's first true poke tank since Sigma, with tools to keep enemies at bay and control the battlefield from long range. Her primary fire, Photon Magnum, is a charge-up beam that ends in a first shot.
And I'm like, oh my god, this is Emma Frost. All you guys done is just recycled from Marvel Rivals onto your guys' game.
I have to disagree, because she is not like Emma Frost. Maybe because she's like an attractive woman, girl boss, whatever. But she's more like Ultron's primary fire, and she has the pull from Susan. There's genuinely nothing about her that screams Emma, except for the fact that she's good materials for losers like you. On the topic of copying, why'd you bring up that the fact Starlord is literally Tracer with Soldier's ult, the fact that Venom literally takes like 80% of Wrecking Ball's kit, or Winter Soldier hooking like Roadhog, or Squirrel Girl being Junkrat, or Cloak and Dagger being like Moira. But you don't, because you just want to insult Overwatch. Again, you have no clue what you're talking about, so you just take the closest thing, and then you just scream about it.
You would rather prefer Overwatch, the one that abuses its microtransactions against you guys.
And Rivals doesn't? I mean, Rivals has microtransactions as well, and like small battle passes, big battle passes, almost zero ways to get skins for free unless you want to grind for 8 hours a day. I'm not talking about those free bullshit skins they force down your throat. I feel like the real skins that you want, there's like almost no way to get them free.
It's not fun to play the tank role anyway. Like, especially too, you get forced into role queue in fucking Overwatch. So if you just, if you're sick and tired of playing tank and you want to play something else, well, too bad, you're gonna play tank for the rest of that match.
Okay, again, this is a great point. Tank sucks in 5v5, and I genuinely don't know why anyone would play it. They're basically just a bigger DPS with a larger health pool. I hate the raid boss tanks, and I genuinely hope that 5v5 dies. But like, you can play the superior game mode 6v6. Even before there was 5v5 open queue, but like, nobody really played that, so I'm glad they changed it to 6v6. It's by far the most fun way to play Overwatch, especially with the new heroes. I love it.
Oh, you want to mix things up? Maybe you want like 2 tanks, 1 DPS, and the rest healers? Nope, too bad. Role queue is here to fuck you in the ass and prevent you from having fun. Imagine having fun with Overwatch 2 when role queue ruins the whole experience in the first place.
But like, a big counterpoint to that is how is it fun having to fill either tank or support every game because none of your teammates want to swap? Then you do objectively well, but it's still lost to your ego, It sucks because I haven't been able to play any DPS except for Mr. Fantastic because he's basically a second tank.
rage baiting. This is rage baiting? Are you sure about that? Because this is my stance that has happened ever since Overwatch 2. But hey, I know you don't have enough brain cells to actually look up my name, and actually that's my standing point. Because by that profile picture, you ain't got much of a brain cell to figure out fucking shit in the first place. On top of that too, hey, did you happen to look at Kiriko and the new hero? It's almost like their body and their facial have been copied and pasted onto the new hero. Did you happen to see that? Nah, I'm pretty sure your mind was elsewhere.
Well, I do agree with this point, and I have been on it for a while now. What does it have to do with anything you just said? Just because two characters look alike does not mean the entire game is bad. That's what rifting channels like you just can't get your point across, so you just attack the person, or you bring up something entirely different. Why don't you talk about that 3 of the playable characters have the exact same color scheme? Talk about Emma Frost, Invisible Woman, and Cloak and Dagger. You know, the white woman, blonde hair, with the blue accents combo. Again, I can make the same argument as you, but it doesn't mean that Marvel Rivals objectively sucks just because they have some similar characters, does it?
Temporary Broad says, Overwatch just lives in your head rent-free and eating the food in your fridge. If you really think there's enough room for that ego of Overwatch to be in my head, no. See, work, life, and, well, my community, along with making content for them, lives rent-free in my head. So trust me, there's not enough room for Overwatch to be filled in there.
No, not at all, because you jump from negative topic to negative topic based on what's trending. The only reason you made this video is because Spotlight was such a big event and such a big content idea, you just had to leech off of it. Channels like yours can only exist because you built your audience off of hate and grifting. So you have to jump from a trend to another trend, or to either fence it and spew a bunch of misinformation. Because that's what your fans signed up for, just hatred.
Do you understand, if you look at the monetization and how they structured Overwatch, do you understand that's more like a mobile game? Have you ever played a mobile game? Because everything about Overwatch 2 and the way they previously had it structured was literally to the fucking T of a mobile game. Also, one of the main things that mobile games do is that they spam you with advertisements. Guess what Overwatch 2 did at the very fucking beginning of its game's concept? Guess what? Spamming advertisements every single time I logged in. And I'm not talking about, oh, I skipped a few weeks or something. No, I literally logged in the next day. Guess what? Advertisement for new skin. Advertisement for the battle pass. Advertisement for the new hero to be bought. Yeah, no, try the fuck again, moron.
Because I want to talk about this because Rivals has way more predatory monetization than Overwatch. If you want a skin, you best hope it's still in the shop before it's gone. No way to buy legacy skins unless they bring it back with some special bullshit event. Earning free skins for the heroes you want is a pain, so yes, Rivals is a mobile game in that definition. Especially with the gacha events. This wasn't in the script, by the way. This is all new. They added this before I wrote the script. Like, especially with the Rogue and Gambit gacha event, which luckily I live in Belgium, so I can't participate in that, but that's such a predatory way to build up FOMO, fear of missing out, to make you buy the skins. It changes the fact from should I buy the skin to how many times should I try to get the skin. It's really predatory and it's really bad. Don't promote gambling to kids.
Everything about Overwatch 2 and the way they previously had it structured was literally to the fucking T of a mobile game.
Keyword, previously. You weren't talking previously, were you? You were talking about the now. So why are we moving the goalpost? Who cares about the previously? That's not how it is now. We're talking about now, the game.
Do you guys remember the Kingsman drama that happened? Now imagine if it happened under Blizzard's watch. Do you know what fucking would happen? Kingsman would get banned, every other male in that fucking group would got a fucking banned, and the females would have got like, oh, what was it? Got away with all the bullshit that they pulled. That's what fucking Blizzard does. And it's the same fucking Blizzard that's giving you guys only 5 fucking heroes.
Okay, what? Why are we bringing up gender? This genuinely has nothing to do with it. Even Kingsman himself said it. It was 3 people that ganged up on him. It had nothing to do with them being women, they just were women, coincidentally. Also, the fact that you refer to them as females instead of women tells me enough about who you are as a person.
Pasted game mode where you can only play 5 of the good guys and 5 of the bad guys. Yay, what an invigorating game mode. Hey, you know Marvel Rivals recently got a 1v1 mode, right? Where you could call out your friends or somebody in match and say, let's go run the ones in, 1v1 right now. Like, you want to talk so much back, let's go ahead and go do it. Let's go do the 1v1. But Marvel Rivals is in a more terrible state than fucking Overwatch.
Because I was originally going to skip this point, but like, Overwatch has loads of game modes, like way more than Rivals. And I get Overwatch has been out longer and for like more time, but like, don't make that one of your points then, if it just genuinely falls.
While we play a real fucking hero shooter over here with actual developers that actually do care what we have to say. Granted, they don't, do everything that we ask them to do. At least they don't spit in our faces and treat us like we have no idea what we're talking about, like, at all. Like, at least they have respect for their community.
So, is that why triple support has been meta for, like, all these seasons and the same 3 heroes that have been dominating since launch? By the way, Adam Warlock and Black Widow have only received 1 legendary since launch. Is that the reason you guys have been stuck in poke slop hell for, like, however many months? I mean, even the new patch came out and people are hating it because nothing ever changes in your game.
Actually need to collab with other fucking companies like the Hello Kitty, like animes, like the Cowboy Bebop. That one was absolutely fucking atrocious. Whoever designed those skins needs to be fucking locked up. On top of that too, Gundams, like there's so many collabs that you guys need to do. That's the only way fucking Overwatch stays relevant these days is by fucking doing collabs. And that's it. That's the only way your shit show of a game actually stays relevant.
It's relevant, but to answer your question, is that why Fortnite also needs to stay relevant, or Roblox, or legit any game in modern time? The community loves the skins, so they make more. This is genuinely such a stupid point to bring up because every game does it. All of your points are basically, oh, you say Rivals is bad? Well, Overwatch at this during launch, so checkmate. And I want to preface it by saying I'm not an Overwatch 2 fanboy by any means, but what I will say is that you have an opinion about something, you should be able to defend your opinion with valid points, which is not what you're doing. You're just deflecting, you're just ad hominem deflecting everything. And you should be able to criticize Overwatch, you should be able to criticize Marvel Rivals, and I love people that are able to do that. Example, GS Raider, even though he crapped on Overwatch for a year, I love him. Beastman Rage, these are people that at least know what they're talking about and don't just use some ChatGPT generated script to say what they want to hear. Your whole channel is just taking the most popular thing and adding nothing of value to it so you can get those clicks in, like some certain channels we know. I'm gonna be the bigger person here and not take you as the entire Rivals fandom because it seems that you don't even play your own game. Because if you did, you wouldn't be making this video shitting on Overwatch for stuff Rivals does too. Anyways, this video is a bit different from my usual content, I know. I'll be back with my usual form of content of me just yapping about Overwatch. But in the meantime, please enjoy this video, it took me a while to get out. And yeah, make sure to subscribe, like, leave a comment if you like, and see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.